Ben McPhillips here, your commentator for the Daniel Ricciardo Series, alongside Andy Cox, with a major announcement to make ahead of the 2024 season of the championship. Andy, the announcement regarding an Arrive N Drive category for the Daniel Ricciardo Series. Tell us a little bit more about why you're introducing this.
Well, that's it, Ben, the real racing experience. That's right, we're going to be introducing an Arrive N Drive two cadet categories. They're going to be called the DRS35 and DRS45, which is essentially the weight for the drivers. As you know, Daniel Ricciardo Series is owner-driver, so that people have to purchase the kart. And we think the market is changing, and you've got to move with the times and move with the market. And we will continue, of course, with the owner-driver series. But we've realised that for some families, it's a big investment, especially for kids at a young age, to find out if they like it or not. And also for some families, they don't have the budget to purchase a kart. So we want to create a place where a lot more kids from 8 years old to 12 can come and race in the Daniel Ricciardo Series in one of our special DRS N32 karts, which are a little bit more robust, got a little bit more protection, so there's no damage issues, so there's no concerns for the parents there, and get racing in the Daniel Ricciardo Series.
For those that want to get involved, what's the big difference relative to the cadet class?
All the drivers will have to have their own racing suit to Motorsport UK standards and crash helmet. The speed is slightly slower than what we have with the DRS62 because it's all about progression and obviously it's all about safety. But yeah, it's going to be a big opportunity for a lot more kids, and we're going to start off later on in November with an academy day where you can book in and come and try out the karts. You will need to get a Motorsport UK license, which we will help everybody go through that process. It's a very simple process, and by attending an academy day and driving the karts, that automatically makes you eligible if you want to join the championship in the Arrive N Drive categories in 2024.
Don't think the Daniel Ricciardo Series is alone in facing issues with making motorsport accessible at an entry level. This really is all about trying to provide an answer to that, would you say? Yeah,
so as I said, it's all about making it simple. We will run two categories on different days, and we'll alternate that, so everyone will get live streaming at some point. It means that you can turn up for a day on the Arrive N Drive, do your racing. We believe we're the first racing series under an ASN, and in this case Motorsport UK in the UK, that will be running an Arrive N Drive grid of karts alongside and in exactly the same race format as the owner drivers. So the kids that will be racing in this, it is the real racing experience. If it rains heavily, unlike normal Arrive N Drive, we will retain the right to fit rain tyres. So the kids will be able to learn to drive in the wet with proper rain tyres. It's the real driving experience.
And really, the last question has to be, you've mentioned, of course, the TV streaming, you've mentioned the tyres. There's also, I understand, some coaching involved. What else do you believe is important for those who might want to get involved tonight?
Right, so to get involved, yes, we will be buddying some of the drivers up with the DRS junior drivers. They'll be able to get some tips off them. They can watch the juniors can help them, and it's a real social paddock here in the Daniel Ricciardo Series. How do you get involved? Well, you go to danielricciardoseries.com, you click on the Arrive N Drive cadet link, and then basically, register your interest, and then the guys will come back to you with what you need to do, how you need to prepare, and how you can book in on some of our academy days in November. There'll also be some academy days in February and March. So yeah, there's a little bit of preparation to get yourself registered and make sure you get your spot on the grid.
So a huge announcement then ahead of the 2024 version of the Daniel Ricciardo Series, an expansion of the championship and plenty more exciting opportunities to get yourself involved.